Ilie Cioara, The Power of Emptiness. The void, or psychological emptiness, is a strange phenomena. It appears spontaneously in the pause between two thoughts. As the old thought ends its course and disappears, its end is the gate natural silence ensures. Insist in being with it as much as you can. The mind is completely silent. We are attentive, a clear consciousness. All meanings, boundaries disappear. Us and the infinite are one. Practically, we have a new mind, always fresh. Being in the pause, I become infinite. It separates two worlds. I leave the limited world and enter boundlessness through total melting. The whole being is calm, a constant sparkle. There is no time, no space, just everlasting eternity. I move in direct contact with life, in a permanent present. I am pure energy, without motivations. The simplicity of existence integrates us completely. We really encounter life only through this now. Free from the old, we are able to embrace the new. All this beauty vanishes when another thought appears. It comes from the knowing mind, an old recording. Let it play its game. Do not oppose any resistance. Encounter it as it is without any purpose. It will certainly disappear, and emptiness ensues again. Another opportunity to encounter it practically. We find the real meaning of life through this void. It is a boundary line between the two worlds. On the other side, the limited, where the ego is the master. On the other, the infinite, where love is the master. Emptiness also separates light from the darkness. The permanent chaos through struggle, contradictions, and conflicts, from the harmonious being, equilibrium, and joy. The whole egocentrism perishes by encountering the void. Peace, divine order becomes our nature. It changes our way of being without effort or will. Only through this psychological void we become honest and humane. The purity of the energy makes titans out of pygmies. Let this psychological emptiness be your guide in everything you encounter on your spiritual path. If it is not the starting point, we easily get deceived. Only through emptiness we become love. The void, or psychological emptiness, is a strange phenomenon which appears spontaneously in the pause between two thoughts. First, the old thought ends its course and disappears. At its end lies the gate where natural silence ensures. Persistently try to identify with this emptiness and dwell in it for as long as possible by becoming one with it. In this circumstance, the mind is completely silent. In a state of attention, we are pure consciousness. When we have no motivations or meanings, there are no limits. The infinite and us are melting into one. In this state, we have a new, fresh mind which has no connection to the old mind. In this state of emptiness or psychological void, we notice that the whole being is perfectly calm and united with the endless, manifesting itself as a spontaneous flash. Living in a real way outside time and space, we are constant eternity, moving in direct contact with the movement of life in a perceptual present. By simply being, we attain wholeness. We have a pure energy without motivations. The real encounter with life can only happen in this perpetual now. When the old man disappears, we acquire the capacity to embrace the new. brought forth by the movement of aliveness. Life's beauty disappears instantaneously the moment another thought, as a reaction of the mind, invades this present and muddles its meaning. In this case, allow the intruder to follow its course. Do not oppose any resistance. We are just a luminous dot, a simple witness on the screen of consciousness. In stillness, we just watch what is happening without any purpose, goal, or ideal. When we encounter the intruder thought in this manner, it disappears spontaneously, leaving the path open for the next moment. The real meaning of life is revealed to us only in the context of this emptiness, as a boundary line between the two dimensions. On the other side lies the limited world where the personal ego is the master. On the other lies the infinite where love and beauty create a climate of boundless happiness. Similarly, this emptiness separates light from the darkness. The chaos we frequently encounter within the limited mind, caused by disputes, contradictions, and conflicting states, is replaced by a perfectly harmonious being, manifesting itself as joy and unlimited happiness. Only in this circumstance egocentrism disappears by simply becoming conscious of it. This psychological nothingness makes us honest and humane. It radically changes our whole being without efforts, desires, or imaginary states. It represents the abyss, the tomb, where all the fragmented energy of the egoistic, obsessive, and possessive structure disappear irreversibly. Therefore, let us use it as starting point in each of our spiritual investigations. When emptiness is missing, any attempt of psychological progress can only result in deceitful imaginary states. Let us remember that this attentive and lucid passiveness of the mind gives us the opportunity to encounter true love and to identify with divinity. Each meeting with this psychological nothingness is a true hammer blow to the structure of the ego, whose author and prisoner we are. Depending on the frequency of these blows, we will one day experience the phenomenon of liberation. This fortunate event appears as a complete surprise. It cannot be desired, imagined, nor expected as a result of or merit of a psychosomatic activity pursuing a goal or an ideal.